was one of the really good nights. I think people are really vibing along with even non-drum and bass stuff as we've seen before. So that was really cool. And the sound was perfect. A little bit of difficulties with the mixer, but these things happen, so there's nothing to worry about really in the future. No, that was absolutely cool. It's two very different things, of course, but I couldn't really say which I prefer more. I mean, my sets, I like to get lost in music somehow. So to make a mix where you get drawn in and almost like a bit like, like hypnotizing someone. It's not like, look, there's this event and then so it's rather like so this is good for really big stages as well, because the crowd is so far away. You get sucked into yourself, you're just doing the set, and then all of a sudden, there's all these people, So this still happens in a small club, but it's more intimate, so there's more communication, I think. So it's must have been was either Rampage or I think it was Pirate Station, St. Petersburg, like in 2011, I think.
Okay.
And we had 16,000 people or something in a big theater. That was really, and it was really unreal because the distance between you and the crowd was, I don't know, like 70 meters maybe, because there was performing stuff between the DJ and the crowd. So that was probably the biggest one so far. I think it's just my way of expressing myself. So if I don't do it, I don't know. I probably die. I have to get all these ideas out and into music. That's why. And I really like doing what I do. So it's not like a fight. I have to get to work, because I know from some producers that they regard what they do as work. Like they go to the studio. Even, for example, Matthews, interesting. He lives in Linz and he drives, I don't know, a few kilometers to his studio to do work. It's like, for him, it's fun, of course. I mean, everyone has fun, otherwise they wouldn't do it. But it still is like considered to be really work. For me, it's more like, got an idea. Wait a minute, I have to get my MacBook and. And it's been more and more fun in the last years as well, because you get quicker, you gain more skills, you'd be even faster than you used to be, and it's really, it's so much fun and it never stops really. So that's probably why. And I would say I was. It used to be different. So I used to go on doing a tune and then try to finish it all the time, but nowadays it's more like, if I don't have a good idea, or if it's not good enough, I wouldn't start. I wouldn't get on the tune. So it's more like do something else, play a video game, or go out with the dogs, or do something else. Because if I force myself to do stuff, it loses that inspiring atmosphere. It's more like, you started this, now you have to get it done. And it's not, it's not the pressure. The only pressure I feel is good is the pressure for time. That can be sometimes really interestingly. That is something positive, strangely enough. So, for example, I have an idea in the airplane, and in the hotel I have like 3 hours to go, and sometimes I challenge myself to actually start the tune and then get it to the point where you can put it into the set. It happens quite often actually, and I can play it the same night. Just the idea that I didn't even have this morning, that I had it on the plane. So this is why I say it's a positive thing sometimes to have the clock ticking, So because then can you do it? It's the challenge. Well, you know, it's so hard to describe music with words because that's what music's there for, to actually say what words don't say. You know, so I would say it's a natural process. It just happens to be current value who has developed for all these years. So it's you could specify maybe. Could probably say it's about these and these parameters that are different or that define it, but I'd rather keep it open, you know. It's like besides the current value thing, I have, as you know, is the CVAV, current value audio video show, and that's going to be developed further and further. So we're going to add more video stuff. The tunes are going to be changing, and yeah, so that is one of the things. And of course there will be new machine code stuff as well. That's going to be probably still this year. So we're working on an LP at the moment. So that's going to be a bit deeper, a bit more grey area. So a bit away from drum and bass, which is, I think, interesting. It's a bit goes back to the roots of machine code back in 2008. I think the people they will pick up whatever is given to them. I think that's just the truth. I mean, it's always happened that somebody came along and said that's the new dance music, and everyone eventually came and then followed, and it became something big. I mean, definitely, I think hype is something really big and important in dance music. Always has been, you know. If people, getting back to the jump up issue, you know, if people sing along with bass lines and stupid melodies, that's what creates hype, you know, that's what it's about in jump up, and that's what gets people famous as well, you know, because everyone knows it. It's a bit like Schlager music in Germany, you know, like everyone moves along with the music. So yeah, that way that's what I like about drum and bass. It's constantly changing, and it's always developing, and it always brings new people in that inspire people that have been there for longer times, and then it goes back and forth, and I think it's always staying interesting. I'm much more comfortable with the drum and bass pace, you know, 175 BPM. It's just more my tempo. I mean, dubstep is nice. I listen to a lot of dubstep actually. I did some dubstep as well, yeah, on Subsistence, Subtract a few years back here. That was great fun, definitely. But it didn't last too long, you know. You don't start doing dubstep and then you become a dubstep artist. It's just like, you know, it's like in every scene you have to build and build and build, and yeah.
You want to check out this guy? He's amazing. He has really good production. He's from Europe. It's called Current Value. Really good guy, like a really nice guy.
And he's really up and coming.
Yeah, really up and coming.
Right?
Up and coming.
Exactly.
You know,
and then
if you're German, you know.
I heard about this other guy.
Did you?
Mind Vorex or something?
Yeah, some weirdo.
Mind Vorex.
Yeah, Mind Borex or
something. Borex? Yeah.
Borex or something, yeah.